Good evening. My name is Emily Lettergerber. I'm with the Anti-Cruelty Society. I'm the manager of marketing and events. For 111 years, the Anti-Cruelty Society has provided an open door for Chicago's neediest animals. Our mission of building a community of caring by helping pets and educating people is evident in all of our programs and services. And it's what we'll be discussing in the next 25 minutes and the next several Tuesdays at 4:30 on this live interactive call-in television program brought to you by CAN TV21. During the next 25 minutes, I'm going to be talking to Tamra here. She is the Director of Shelter Services at the Anti-Cruelty Society. We're going to be discussing our adoptions and our receiving departments. We would like to invite you to call in with your questions to 312-738-1060. Our lines are open right now if you'd like to call in. Welcome, Tamra.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
That's great. I'm really good.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Tamra's going to be telling us a little bit about our adoptions and receiving. Let's start with our adoptions. About approximately how many adoptions do we have per year?
We do about 5,500 adoptions a year of dogs and cats.
Okay, that's fantastic. What are the requirements for adopting?
Our basic adoption requirements are that you need to be 18 years old and older to adopt a dog and a cat from us. For our pit bull adoption program, we do need for you to be 21 years and older to adopt a pit bull from us. And if you rent, we do need to have your landlord's information, or if it's listed in your lease, to just bring a copy of your lease with you at the adoption. And if we do need a valid photo ID, and if your address is not current on your ID, we ask that you bring a utility bill in, or bring bring a copy of your lease in to demonstrate your current address on your ID. We do ask also that all household members be present during the adoption process, and if they're not able to be to come into the shelter during the adoption process, at least reachable by phone.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Do you also request that any other pets come in with the adoption requirements?
We do. Obviously not cats. You don't need to bring your cat in, but if you do have a dog at home, we strongly encourage you to bring your dog in to meet the dog at the shelter that you're interested in and do a meet and greet with that particular dog.
If you are interested in adopting, you can contact us at 312-644-8338 or on our website at anticruelty.org. Now, some of the people aren't always accepted as far as adopting animals, and that's because we want to make sure it is the perfect fit for that animal. What are some of the reasons why people may be turned away?
Landlord is a big issue, that the applicant did not talk to their landlord ahead of time to inquire whether a pet is allowed in the apartment. And that's really the primary reason for us to have to say no to an applicant, which is really difficult for us to have to do. But otherwise, our basic adoption requirements are real easy in general.
That's great. And again, we have these requirements because we want to make sure these families or these animals go to the perfect family and their forever family. If you're just joining us, my name is Emily Lettergerber. I'm the manager of marketing and events for the Anti-Cruelty Society. Today we're here talking to Tamra. She is the director of shelter services at the Anti-Cruelty Society. And if we are here on CAN TV21, and if you'd like to call in, you can call us at 312-738-1060 for any questions that you have. And again, today we're talking about our adoptions and receiving department. And as we just talked about, we do have specific requirements for adopting, but we'd also like to make sure that that match is perfect, the perfect match between the family and the pets. What are some of the steps that we take to make sure it is the perfect match?
Our training and behavior department, specifically for our dogs, our training and behavior department will do behavior assessments for our dogs, and they then provide us with kind of an outline or guideline as to the potential placement for our dogs.
Okay, and then in that assessment, what do they look at? They look at their behavior?
They look at their behavior, how their energy level, how they interact potentially with children, with other dogs, possibly with cats that may be in the home as well.
Okay.
What what we would be looking for in its next home.
Okay, that's fantastic. And then what are the common things that people need to take into consideration when searching for that perfect pet?
Their lifestyle. They really have to be honest with themselves and how much time they can devote to, if they're looking at a dog, how much time they can devote to the dog with regards to training and taking the dog out and exercising the dog. With a cat, you really want to look at the fur, grooming requirements. If you you don't mind, grooming your cat every day, daily. A long-haired cat would be wonderful and beautiful. But if that's not something you'd want to do, then definitely you'd want to look at a short-haired cat.
Okay. And then as far as specific lifestyles, can you give us some examples of specific lifestyles?
I mean, if you're an energetic, athletic person, then go with a dog that has that level of energy that you would have as well. But if you're more sedate and you're kind of a couch potato kind of person, you may want to look at that lazy kind of dog. We have a dog right now named Sunny that spends the majority of his time behind our customer service front desk, and he sleeps all day long. And that's a perfect dog for me. I would love to have Sunny at my house.
Sunny's very sweet.
He's wonderful. He's wonderful.
If you'd like to actually check out Sunny, you can visit us at the shelter. We are located at 510 North LaSalle. You can visit us online at www.anticruelty.org, or you can call us to make sure he's still there and wasn't adopted today at 312-644-8338. Give us another example. You were talking earlier, you said something about low-key dogs and size of dogs. A lot of people think that the larger dogs are not necessarily perfect for an apartment.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I disagree with that, because we get that often with people that come in and say, oh, my apartment's too small for a lab, or for even a Great Dane, as we had talked about. And that's not necessarily true. As long as you exercise your dog and you provide many outings for them where they're just exhausted. A large breed dog can live in a small apartment in the city of Chicago without any problems or issues. But again, it's the responsibility of the owner to take that dog out on multiple walks, and again, that's where you got to come back to your own lifestyle. If you're a person that does not want to go and do a mile walk 3 times a day, then you have to look at the dog, and if that's the need of the dog, you have to be honest with yourself, and you have to look at another dog. Look at Sunny.
Or consider a cat.
Yes, indeed. Cats are wonderful.
And they're very easy to have in your house.
Cats are easy animals to have in your home.
Very
loving.
And then you had mentioned previously something about Jack Russells. It wasn't just specifically Jack Russells, but as apartment dogs, generally people look for smaller dogs.
Right.
But
Terriers can be a challenge in an apartment or a condo situation because of their energy level. But if the person is responsible and takes their dog out frequently and plays and engages with their dog and trains their dog and provides enrichment type workings with their dog, a Jack Russell would be great and spectacular, or a Terrier breed would be great and spectacular in an apartment. But it's the responsibility of the owner to do all of that work.
Okay.
But if you're looking for a quiet, more sedate type animal, you may want to go with a senior dog or cat.
Okay. If you are looking for a cat or a dog, definitely come see us. You can see a listing of our animals on our website at www.anticruelty.org, or you can call and ask one of our customer service staff what we do have available. Our number is 312-644-8338. And if you're just joining us, I am Emily Lettergerber. I'm the manager of marketing and events at the Anti-Cruelty Society. I'm here with Tamra, who is the director of shelter services. This is a live call-in television show on CAN TV21. If you're interested in calling us and asking any questions, you can call us at 312-738-1060. Now, we just got done talking about adoptions, but we do see a lot of animals. We get every animal, we'll take every animal at any time. And can you tell us a little bit about this? We call it our receiving department. So can you tell us about our receiving
Sure.
department?
Our receiving department is, in essence, our intake department. That's the department that handles all of the animals that come in the building. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. to receive animals. We never close our doors. Even for holidays, we're open to receive animals. And we never turn anybody away. We accept all animals that come in the building. We no longer hold strays in our facility, but we do receive them. So if somebody does find a stray animal and they're looking for a shelter to take them to please come to us. We will accept them. We do then transfer them to the city's animal care and control for them to do the legal stray hold.
Okay. And you said that we have no time limits, we have no spatial limits. And,
No, we don't.
Okay, and we do receive any animal.
We do. Yes.
Okay.
We have no space or time limits on our animals.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fantastic. What are some of the reasons that people tend to give up their pets?
The primary reason is that they're moving is one of our most common reasons. Either they're moving into a no pet friendly apartment or they're moving into a household where they just cannot take the pet with them. And so that's the most common reason.
Okay.
Other ones also are for financial reasons. People unfortunately may have lost their job or for foreclosure reasons. We receive animals for that. Others would be allergies that perhaps somebody new moved into the household and that new member of the household is allergic to the dog or cat, and unfortunately the family has to make that really difficult decision to bring the animal into the shelter. But it as difficult as it is to bring them to the shelter, it's the most responsible decision to make as well.
Especially if they're unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah,
We would rather
out of
you
their
bring
control.
the pets to us than ever leave them in the streets. We will give them shelter and we will find them a new home.
Yeah, we recognize that people just meet unfortunate circumstances in their life, and we are their last option.
Okay.
And I'm glad we're there for them.
Yeah, absolutely. If you do have any questions about our receiving department or have a pet that you may have to find a new home for, you can always contact us at 312-644-8338. You can find us online at www.anticruelty.org as well. What you said you accept every animal.
Yes, we do.
What kind of pets have you seen?
Gosh, we get everything. Gosh, we've gotten chickens.
Okay.
Chickens in the city, roosters. I think one of our more unusual one was a gentleman who brought us in over 300 mice.
Okay.
That was quite a day.
Okay. We've got horses.
We have
Farm
in
animals.
the past. We have received some farm animals.
We have gotten bunnies.
Bunnies. We do receive bunnies. We don't technically adopt them out, but we do care for them, and then we do work with rescue groups that will come in and we transfer them out to other organizations that adopt the rabbits out.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And then how many pets do you generally receive a year?
We get in, I think, about 7,800 dogs and cats.
Okay.
Generally every year.
And then what are some of the reasons that people, we talked about this, what
We
are some of
did.
the reasons people bring in their pets?
Yeah.
But how do we get those pets?
The majority of our animals come from owners,
Okay.
people who have to surrender their pets for various reasons that we had talked about. And that's the vast majority of our dogs and cats that come from them. But the other population that we get are from, we work with other shelters
Okay.
that are at high population.
Okay.
And to help reduce their numbers in their shelter, which is Chicago's Animal Care and Control. We transfer from them. And then we also work with Animal Welfare League, which is located on the south side of Chicago.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have a call. We'll take this call.
Great.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi, who is this?
this is Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. What's your question?
I was just wondering, where do you get your animals?
Actually, we just covered this topic, but we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll just
thank you for
reiterate.
your call, Andrea. We get our animals, the majority of our animals come from owners surrendered who bring them to the shelter, or on a few occasions we do have our field service unit that needs to go out into the home when that particular individual has no way of coming into the shelter themselves. We will actually go into the home and pick up the dog or cat that they need to surrender. And then we also work in conjunction with other shelters, other high-volume shelters who receive a lot of animals. we work with them and transfer animals in from those locations. The two primary that we work with is Chicago Animal Care and Control, and then also Animal Welfare League, which is located on the south side of Chicago.
And if you'd like any more information on anything that you've heard tonight, you can call us at 312-644-8338, or you can find us online at www.anticruelty.org. If you're just joining us, my name is Emily Lettergerber. I'm the Manager of Marketing and Events at the Anti-Cruelty Society. I'm here with Tamra Wagenknecht. She is the Director of Shelter Services at the Anti-Cruelty Society, and you're watching CAN TV21, a live call-in television show that you can actually call in too. Our number is 312-738-1060. Now, we were just covering our adoptions and our receiving department, but we also need to cover what it takes to have a pet. Tamara, can you explain some of the things that people need to think about before they adopt a pet?
Sure. They have to definitely think about the cost of having an animal in their life, of just even the daily care of the animal, such as food, toys, treats, training. If you have a dog, we strongly encourage you to take your dog to obedience training, which I believe we have.
We do have. And if you're interested in our training, you can contact us online at www.anticruelty.org, or you can call us at 312-644-8338.
And really, the average cost, a person needs to consider average cost to have a dog is anywhere from $800 to $1,000 a year.
Okay.
And that's kind of just basic care. And for a cat, it's a few hundred less, obviously. Cats don't need quite as much. But you really have to take into consideration just your daily cost of a leash, a collar, tags, your city licenses, because you do have to have your dogs licensed in the city of Chicago.
Okay.
Rabies tags. And then you have to then consider the medical cost of your animals. You have annual visits to your veterinarian, just maintenance care, preventative care. But if you have an older animal, or sometimes certain breed types have certain medical issues that are more prone to that type of breed, then you also have to take into consideration that additional cost on top of just your preventative care as well. And that can get very expensive.
It can be very expensive because it could potentially lead to surgery that they'll have to have.
Surgery, yeah.
Yep. And although we do spay and neuter all of our pets through our low-cost spay-neuter clinic, if you have not gotten a pet from us and you are looking to spay and neuter, you can call us at 312-644-8338. You can go online to www.anticruelty.org and find out more information. But spaying and neutering is another cost in there. If you do not get your animal from us, we do make sure that every animal that leaves our shelter is spayed or neutered.
Yes, we do.
All right. And then you have to also consider, you said food and treats and that kind of thing, in a training. Cats are a little easier. They're not going to cost as much. But
no, they're not. You still have the cost.
Yep, you still have the litter, keeping
the litter,
collars, etc., food.
Exactly. Grooming. Equipment and things like that, and veterinary care, your preventative veterinary care.
Yep. If you're just joining us, I am Emily Lettergerber. I'm the Manager of Marketing and Events at the Anti-Cruelty Society, and you're watching CAN TV21, a live call-in television show. I'm here with Tamra, who is the Director of Shelter Services at the Anti-Cruelty Society. If you have any questions at all, please call us at 312-738-1060. Now, Tamra, we do have a lot of programs that we have in place trying to find animals' homes.
Yes, we do.
Those programs, what are some of those programs?
Sure. One of our more popular ones is Pets for the Elderly, and that is our effort to match up our dogs and cats with our senior citizens out in the community. And if someone were to come in looking to adopt a dog, the dog does need to be 3 years and older to be included in this program. Cats, no age restrictions, and our human friend needs to be at least 60 years old and older, which is quite young, if you got my opinion. If you do come in and you're 60 years old and older, we do waive the we do waive the adoption fee, which is for our animals.
If you'd like to hear more information about our Pets for the Elderly program, you can call 312-644-8338 or find us online to check out actually all of the cats that we have available at www.anticruelty.org. That was cats and dogs. Sorry. We do have another program now.
We do, and we have another program called Age to Perfection, and that is our effort to help our elderly animals that are in our building. Older cats and dogs, it takes us a little longer to find their permanent home. And so this is our encouragement to adopt those animals because they're wonderful and perfect, just as puppies and kittens are. And that will be my next dog, is an older dog and an older cat. Yeah,
mine too.
Heck with the young ones. But for that program, Age to Perfection, anybody who adopts an animal that is 7 years and older, after 3 months of a successful adoption, just give us a call and ask to have a reimbursement of your adoption fee, which then we hope you reinvest back into your pet and buy them lots of toys and treats.
And spoil them.
Spoil them rotten. That's what they need.
That's what they need. We do find it harder to find homes for older pets. So if you are looking for an older pet or looking for a pet at all and want to consider an older pet, you can call us at 312-644-8338, or you can find us online at www.anticruelty.org. Now, and we do have one other promotion going on with our cats. We have so many more cats than we have dogs.
We do.
So we actually have a promotion going on right now promoting that used cats are actually better than new cats. It's our pre-owned certified cat campaign, where we will be discounting your adoption fee if you do decide to adopt a cat. And this is going on until the end of this month. So please come see us if you're looking to adopt a cat.
Please.
And just to throw in there, we've talked about adoptions, we've talked about receiving. If you're not necessarily ready to adopt an animal, you can always foster. And I know Tamra here actually has fostered many pets, and she knows a lot about the program. So can you tell us a little bit about the foster program?
Foster program is wonderful and spectacular, and it is. If you're not ready to make that permanent commitment to a dog or a cat, please talk to us about our foster program. Our foster program for our cats tends to be for animals that are sick and just need a timeout out of the shelter in order for them to recover and heal and get better. And then they're brought back into the shelter for adoption post their illness. For dogs, it also is for illness, but we also have a program for our dogs and our kittens. If the animal is too young or too small, underweight, we get them into a foster home and just get them healthy, so that when we are able to adopt them out, then they're older, healthier, robust, and ready for their new home.
If you are interested in fostering, you can call us at 312-644-8338 or visit us online, www.anticruelty.org. Now, our phone lines are now closed. I want to thank everyone for watching, and Tamra, thank you for joining us tonight and telling everyone about our adoptions and shelter services. I'm sorry to say, I'm Emily Lettergerber, Manager of Marketing and Events at the Anti-Cruelty Society. Thank you for joining us on CAN TV21 tonight. To learn more about the Society, you can always visit us online at www.anticruelty.org. And join us next week. We're here every Tuesday for the next 11 weeks at 4:30. And if you have any questions, give us a call. Thank you.